up, everybody? Welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means, WTF Wednesday. This is the day where generally I try to showcase a beer that I might not otherwise show on the program. So in the past few weeks I've done some stuff from the macro breweries. I did the Bud Light Lemonade, did Busch Light. But when I started this, my idea was to also branch out into some styles or flavors that are a little less conventional. So sure, I know we all love IPAs, pale ales, stouts, Hefes, and these things, but there's a giant world of beers out there that are maybe a little more unconventional in flavor or form. I had a really cool beer lined up for today, really unique flavor in a really unique style. And as you probably figured out by now, before I do the videos, I do a little bit of research. So I go to Untappd and Beer Advocate to kind of see, what the consensus is in the beer community. I also go to the website to learn about the brewery, see if they're open, during COVID, try to throw some business their way to help them out. And also just to see what beers they have on offer. Sometimes you see one or two on the shelf, but they might make 30 and you really haven't seen them where you live. So usually this is a really enjoyable thing for me to go and learn about these breweries. Well, I went to a brewery today, and all I wanted to know was about the brewery. I like a little bit about the history. I like to see what kind of beers you have. And I was met with pages and pages of political drivel. I don't know about you. Over the last few years, I've been beat over the head with politics. It's in social media, TV, it's at work, it's everywhere you go. Watch the news today. Things are going crazy. And, it's not to say that we should be oblivious as to what's going on around us. It's just that sometimes we need a break. I don't know about you all, but for me, beer is something I do to turn away from, the trials and tribulations of everyday life. We all have work stresses, family, just life stresses in general. And what I've always liked about beer is I could get together with people, have a beer and talk. Some of the people I agree with politically, some I don't. But I've always been able to have conversations and talk to people of every background, ethnicity, race, religion, political background, and enjoy beer. And I think most in the beer community have had similar experiences. This is something that unifies us and brings us together. So when I go to websites and I just see these pages and pages of political diatribe, it just really doesn't do much for me. To me, it seems as though they're proselytizing and trying to win people over to whatever their cause is. And again, it's not to say that I disagree with your causes. I just don't think it's the appropriate place. For me, like I said, beer should be a unifier, not a divider. So, rant over. I decided not to use that beer. I went to the local beer shop today, and I stumbled across, they had some 4-packs of KBS, the Mackinac Fudge. I picked one of those up. The other thing I found was this beauty. This beer is called Ache, and it's from Heart State Brewing in Columbus, Ohio. So on the can it says Columbus. When I looked up the address on the can, it says it's Gahanna, which I guess is a suburb right outside of Columbus. But Columbus is probably about an hour and a half from me, and I've never heard of this brewery. I think I've been to most of the Columbus breweries, or at least had their beers, and this one was on the shelf. Look at, they had 4 different 6-packs. They had this, they had a String Amber Break Hazy IPA and Throb West Coast IPA. I picked this one up because it sounded the most interesting. If I like it, I'll try some of the others. I immediately came home, looked them up. It doesn't look like they have a proper functioning website, but they did have a Facebook page. It looked like the Facebook page went live in November. So my best guess is that it's a relatively new brewery, and these are kind of the first beers, to hit the shelves. So when I looked on Untappd and Beer Advocate, they did have ratings. On Untappd, this beer had a 3.97, but it only had 87 people that drank it. So relatively small sample size. Beer Advocate, this beer had a 3.8 with 1 rating, 1 review. So even smaller sample size. I think when I looked at the brewery in general, I think there was only maybe 200-300 reviews or check-ins on Untappd for the entire brewery across all 4 beers. So obviously relatively new beer. So a new beer from a new brewery. So pretty cool. I've kind of become a fan of watching other people's beer videos, and I noticed my man Ron from does the Louisiana beer reviews, says first review ever. So I'm hoping this might be the first review ever for this beer, right? So this here is Orange Creamsicle Sour. I've seen a lot of places try to do Orange Creamsicle, and very few of them actually pull it off. So I'm kind of interested to see how this goes down. On the can, brewed and packaged, Heart State Brewing, gives an address, Columbus, Ohio. Float in on clouds of pillow-like vanilla and sour orange. Ache Sour Ale brewed with orange and vanilla. All right, let's check it out. Kind of interested to see if this pours orange in color. So I saw some green ones. We had some other different flavored sours. Poured interesting colors. Let's see. I can tell you this, right as I open that, I can pick up the orange smell. So nice orange citrus smell. Going with the Finley Brewing Company glass. Gotta represent local. All right, so that's Ache. Take a look at it. Color, it's quite cloudy. I can't see through it. A bit hazy there. Color is kind of gold. Does have a bit of an orange hue, I guess, if you see it in the light. Head, there was a little bit of a white head there, but it went away, rather quickly, dissipated. Smell, you definitely pick up the nice orange citrus smell. It smells really nice. You also pick up a little bit of something funky as well. And, I guess it's a sour, so I'm hoping to see what it tastes like. It smells sour. One of the issues I've had with sours lately, it seems like since they became popular, people throw the word sour on everything. So sometimes you get really nice, legit sours. Sometimes they're over the top, really sour. Sometimes it tastes like a soda and they just put that word on the label. So let's check this one out. That's nice. First thing you get, definitely you get a nice strong orange citrus taste. You definitely get some funkiness. I thought it was going to be a little more sour. I would say this is probably more on the tart side than the sour side, but it does have a nice tartness throughout. Going back in on the second sip, I do pick up some vanilla. It's not real strong. I would say that orange is definitely the star of this show. This is a tart orange beer with a bit of vanilla. So I think I guess if the goal was to hit tart orange or vanilla, I think they did a fairly decent job. Might have liked a little bit more of the vanilla in there to balance it out and kind of do that creamsicle thing. But overall, I think this is a pretty good attempt to pull off that orange creamsicle taste that a lot of breweries have tried, and I think a lot really haven't done very well. If this brewery has only been around since November or so, maybe they just got social media then, but if they've only been around a few months and this is one of their first attempts, I'd say this is a really solid beer. I would definitely drink another one of these. So, for Heart State Brewing, you would get a big thumbs up. Definitely want to check out some of your other beers and see what they're like. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up below. Give me a like. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, if you have any comments, questions, if you've been to Heart State, had any of their other beers, let me know what you think about them. Hey, until next time, I hope you all stay safe, and I hope we all come together and enjoy beer. Cheers.